Hey, welcome, guys. Look, I know you guys are excited to see us. This is like a pop-up Friday evening. Happy New Year's Eve to everyone. And we are back for another review of Ready to Love. This is episode, I think 13, 12,
Oh
13.
Lord, I just seen it too. I think it is 12 or 13.
12 or 13 of Ready to Love. Again, my name is Synquette Wilks. And this live is sponsored by my book, The Master Reset, A Girl's Ultimate Guide to Clear No Space from Her Spiritual Hard Drive. And I am a life coach and I help women reset after a setback. So, I help women to get their swag back, start pursuing their goals, their purpose, and also pursuing God. Because I feel like, in that order, God, goals, purpose, and you're good. So I'm also here with my co-host Brittany, and I want her to introduce herself and also tell you guys a little bit about what she does as well.
I'm Brittany. On YouTube, you can catch me. I'm Blessed Be on pretty much all my platforms. I'm a life coach as well. You want to hire me for coaching, any of that, that link's going to be in the bio. Just go to that YouTube channel and do not forget to like this video, y'all. Okay.
Yeah, hit subscribe as well. So
Yep.
Brittany, this Ready to Love episode, how would you rate it? On a scale, look, we were just talking about school. So on an A to F rating, how would you rate this episode of Ready to Love?
I think I give it an A. I really enjoyed this episode. Oh,
Ooh,
yeah, I enjoyed it.
ooh. So you like the fact that they were meeting their parents, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Say Tune Reviews. Happy early New
Happy
Year's.
New Year.
Y'all gotta watch his stuff, y'all. I really enjoy his breakdowns. From a male perspective, he also
Mhm,
does reviews and he does
mhm.
great stuff. So I can't wait to hear what he got to say about this episode. Okay, be right back. Yeah, see, he be on it too. All right. So
Okay.
for me, I will give this episode a B. It was good. It gave what it
Mhm.
needed to give,
Oh, definitely.
especially for me. I always have a theme that I try to work around,
Mhm.
from our life coaching perspective. And for me, this is like an episode that showed why women shouldn't pursue a man. And
Yeah.
also, if you have any questions, that's your answer. Just keep it moving. But
Mhm.
we will get into that more as we talk about the review. Okay, so we open up with Aisha and Dante on a date, and also Sydney and
Mhm.
Phil. You know how it goes back and forth. So we'll go ahead and talk about Aisha and Dante. What did you think about their date, and how did Dante perform under pressure and meeting the parents?
I don't know. For me, you know what? With seeing Aisha and her family, they look so much alike. Like
Mhm.
her mama jeans is so strong. Like they seem cool, they seem calm. Dante to me, he seems very defensive. Like when they brought up his kids and the three baby mamas, I feel like he's kind of defensive. He's kind of like, oh, well, that was my past. And for
Mhm.
me, I didn't like that because it's not like you waste something on somebody's shirt. Like you literally had three kids with three different baby mamas. Like I wish they would have kind of touched on that more, but I feel like he was so defensive. The brother probably kind of read that. But for
Mhm.
me, I would want to ask somebody, where was you like in life to go from this person to have a child and this person? And it's like, were you ever in a relationship with these women? Like for me, if
Mhm.
I was the brother, I'd have kind of dug out to see what was his relationship with the moms, because that matters. But I feel like all in all, he kind of, everybody. I feel like when you got three kids, three baby mamas, you kind of somewhat of a smooth talker. So
Mhm.
I feel like he kind of ducked and dodged his way. I feel like they not really like approval, but I feel like he cool. You know?
I like that. I like the fact that you said it kind of went over my head until I was on
Mhm,
Twitter when the kids part and that being his past. And people was like,
mhm.
I don't like that. Your kids is not a part of your past. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
So when I was watching it, I didn't notice that initially. So I was like, oh, he said
Mhm,
that. Interesting. But you're right. I wanted to say the same thing too. Aisha looks just like her mom.
mhm.
I feel like they needed somebody that could, like you said, kind of hold Dante's feet to the fire. Because I feel
Yeah.
like, the brother was cool, chill, I'm here to support my sister kind of thing. Same thing with the
Mhm.
mom, but no one really dug into that,
Right.
they really should have. So, but
Yeah.
overall, it seemed like they really liking each other. And it seems
Mhm.
like together, they will make a good pair because I don't think either one of them want to have any more children. So that's what
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like
That's
that.
good. That's a good base.
Yeah, I think that's cool. But like you said, I'm curious to know more about those relationships.
Yeah.
Because had it been the reverse, the woman that had
Yeah.
3 different baby dads, I don't think that it would have been like, grazed over as
Ex-
but
exactly. And I think it could be a good answer. Maybe they all cheated on them. I mean, then you kind
Mhm.
of we want the story because
Mhm.
that's a lot.
This is true. This is true. Okay. So we could talk about Sydney and Phil's date. What did you think about their interaction?
Now, Phil, now I don't like Phil like that, okay?
Mhm.
But when I say Phil would have bought me some flowers, maybe Phil would have been the nicest man. I love a man that when you meet somebody, you go on dates, you bring flowers. Men do not do that anymore.
That's
So
true.
it was good that Phil bought the flowers. I really, really liked it that. Um, I like I wrote her name down. Sydney.
Sydney. Hmm.
I love Sydney's mom. Like Sydney's mom remind me of how I would be. I'm gonna let you know. You want to play, baby? Keep playing. Do not play with this one. I feel like the
Hmm.
finance questions was a good question. I don't feel like she asked how much he had in his account, but I feel like as a parent, you want to ask how are you financially because you could be marrying my daughter. I don't know. And guess what? If your finances fall apart, that means she got to come back to my house. That means she gonna be asking me to borrow some money. So I'm gonna need to know, can you take care of yourself? So I think that the mom asked all the good questions. I feel like Sydney need to lay back and let her mama take the wheel. Because the mama got
Hmm.
a man. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? She got a man. You trying to get yours. So let your mama do what she do, baby.
Hmm. I agree. I like that the mom was asking the questions because sometimes, I heard we have like confirmation bias. So when we
Mhm.
like somebody, we automatically want them to pass. And we
Yeah.
don't ask those questions. Sometimes we live in a fairy tale world. We really
Hmm.
don't care about like the things that really matter. So I'm glad
Right.
like her mom was able to give an objective or her mom don't love Phil or her mom not kissing
Exactly.
on Phil. So she could be
Right.
in her right mind and ask the questions that you really do
Hmm.
need to know to build a foundation on. Because, like you said, like her mom is married and stuff. Well, I think that's her dad, right? I don't. Well, she did say mom and
Yeah, I
dad.
think that's bad. I think
So,
that's bad.
right there, you're gonna want those kind of people in your
Yeah.
corner, like asking those hard questions. So,
Yeah.
I'm glad you touched on that, and I like the mom too.
You know
So,
what else I got a question about? And I
mhm,
don't know if you feel the same way, but for me, when she started crying, like when her mama gave that speech about how, Sydney needs a good man. And, Sydney was saying how she went through so much and started crying.
mhm.
I don't know why I'm thinking, okay, it's something need to be healed right here. Cause I mean, it's like, geez, girl. Like what
Mhm.
you thought about that when she just started crying like that?
I thought it was okay. You know, I didn't think nothing. Well, someone else cried this episode that I was kind of like about.
That too.
That. But
That too.
Sydney's crying was okay, and I like
Mhm.
Sydney. She's just like so adorable to me, so like
Mhm.
cutesy and like bubbly. I just really like her. Like I think she's my favorite woman on the show.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, okay.
Yeah,
All
I like
right.
her. I like her too because she has her options. I like
Yeah.
that. She not sitting up there stressing about
Yeah.
either one of them. Like I feel like
Yeah.
I could take it or leave. However it's gonna go is gonna go. But she's
Yeah.
not anxious and I like that. I wish all the women had options. Wish all the
Yeah.
women were trying to weigh their
Yeah.
decisions
She
and
got
not
confidence.
yeah, but I feel like some of the I'm just waiting to see what Frank gonna do. I'm gonna wait, see
Yeah.
when he gonna. I don't like that for us. I feel like the
Yeah.
guy should be like
That's true.
trying to do all he can to try to win you over, kind of like what Frank Phil was doing to the parents. He's trying
Yeah.
to win her over. So I like her
I
for that
like that.
reason too. She's playing the game how I think like it should be played. Um,
Facts.
do you have any other notes for?
No, I just wanted to add that one on because I wrote that one down. I'm like, yeah, let me mention that.
Oh, Brittany, you's a thug. Like you, every time somebody cry on the show, you just I don't like that.
Oh yeah,
But
because I don't know. For me, I'm just a cry in private type of person. I don't
mhm.
really cry that much unless it's like happy tears. But it's not.
Mm.
Now I watch movies. I cry more off movies than anything. But I'm not a person where I cry much like that. You get what I'm saying? I don't really cry much.
Mhm. I be crying all the time. So that's why I'm like, oh, it's okay. Like I'm actually like comfortable with people and their
Uh-huh.
emotions. So like it didn't really bother me or anything like that. But something did. But we'll talk about it. So next I have Frank and Moomin's date. How did you think that
Ooh,
went?
girl. Okay, now for me, I really see Moomin in a different light.
Hmm.
Like I like for me, she's my favorite person. Like she's not, the most gorgeous or whatever, but I feel like her heart, she has such a good heart. And Moomin is my favorite castmate of them all.
Mhm.
And just seeing her dad and her family, I didn't know
Mhm.
she was like West African and all of that. I didn't get that at all. But her dad seems like he's very big on traditions and values. It seems like she got a good foundation. And that kind of shows to me that she's a woman that probably went out in the world, kind of lost her way, and she's finding herself again. And I really like that about her. And it seems like she is her dad's baby. And when it was getting into the conversation, it was talking about Frank and how he feel. Daddy, you can tell the daddy didn't too much like that Frank had options or whatever. But I also noticed that Frank said in his green screen that African men want African women and they want to have African babies. So for
Mhm.
me, that solidified Frank's choice to me when he said that.
Yeah, okay. So I liked seeing Moomin's background as well. I love the dad. I like how serious the dad was. Same thing. You would he say this is not an adventure? If you on an adventure, keep it going. Like don't mess
That's
with my
right.
baby. And I feel like that's what's missing too. Like those
Yeah.
dads. I know sometimes we feel like dads can be annoying. Dad, you don't know
Mhm.
what you're talking about. But
Yeah.
like I don't know. I just felt like he was a good protector. Like in whoever was on the other side, I felt like the men would probably consider like, oh dang, I was going like, do this with her, but let me just
Mhm.
leave her alone if I'm not serious. Getting
Right.
the bad guys with not the right intentions away. And like I kind of hurt for the women that don't have that, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We have a friend in Jesus and he will protect us. So,
Period. Heavenly
you
Father.
know. Right. So that's what I got to tell myself. But either
Mhm.
way, I really like that interaction. I didn't feel like okay, to me, I don't really like their connection because I feel like it's like a little forced and the
Mhm.
only leg that they had to stand on is the fact that they're both African. Like I really don't see like kind of sparks like I want to. Like I feel like they look good on paper. Like
Really?
okay, yeah, I don't really see too much chemistry. I
That
don't.
made me like them more. I feel like they should be together now more than ever now.
Yeah, I don't really like them together. No.
I mean, I feel like more than ever now because I didn't know their traditions was the same. Sometimes when you're dealing with people in different cultures, they have arranged marriages because they want to be
Mhm.
with like people. So I feel like long as they have that base and seeing how their cultures are, I feel like that's probably enough alone because I mean some people just big on cultures like that. They don't really care about everything else. But now, will they be happy? I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I just don't like them together. I really
So
don't.
you think he needs to be with Sydney?
No, maybe like someone said on Twitter, I don't feel like Moomin's match is on this show, and maybe
Mhm.
Frank's match is not on this show either. Because
Okay.
don't forget, remember we seen Frank's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Maybe he was playing around with her, and maybe she do got some African descent, but she didn't look African to me. So it's just like I know he's saying that, but like
Yeah.
in the past you dated outside of your culture. So I don't know.
Maybe. Now that's true. Now I feel like Frank, that was his general manager. I don't know nothing about that woman being his ex. I don't. I don't.
Right.
I
Maybe it
don't
was
accept
somebody
that.
on the cast. I mean the production team. Like, look, you got stand in for him. We
Right.
couldn't get in touch with his ex, yeah, possibly. But if that is his ex on some real type time, I don't know. I don't know.
Now that's
But
true. That's true. I forgot about that. That's true. So yeah, he don't care.
girl, Twitter be helping me remember. they brought it up. But okay. So next on my list,
Mhm.
I have the breakdown between Shiloh and Phil.
That's yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Ooh wee, child, baby. I don't know. Originally, this is what I thought. You know, like
Mhm.
sometimes when you like a man, like my daddy always say, baby, if you keep your legs closed, that man will do
Mhm.
anything you need him to do if he really likes you.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna always remember that. And
Mhm.
Phil was doing everything for Shiloh, everything. And now I feel like his feelings are not there. So I feel like it got to be a certain level of respect that you have for a woman to not gaslight her in a certain, a certain extent. You should be able to tell her, hey, look, I don't like you, and I don't think it's gonna work out. But I feel like Phil was gaslighting her. Um, I don't. I understand why he grabbed her, but I also stands with as far as what Shiloh say. I've been in an abusive relationship, and I have certain triggers. But at the same time, I feel like Shiloh definitely needs to probably get some counseling. She definitely needs to heal because she was triggered a little bit too much. And I also feel like Shiloh don't like rejection. I feel like she kept pushing a point because she knew that he had already made his choice, and I feel like the cast is they're old. I don't think it was nobody in their 20s on the cast. And I feel like Shiloh is too old to not
Mhm.
read a man's actions. You know what I'm saying? His actions was pretty much telling you his answer. And I felt like she was kind of like probably on him because you can trigger a person. And I feel like she was probably triggering him and come on, let's do it. And I agree with Tommy. It was not the place for that conversation, but Shiloh just cannot help it. And I feel like she just cannot help to lose. And I feel like ultimately she knew that she was losing him. So she kind of played victim to a certain extent to me. To me.
Mhm. I agree with that. And especially the not wanting to lose part.
Yeah.
I felt like, well, that's why I said what I said in the beginning. Women shouldn't pursue a man, and I feel like you
Mm-hmm.
even having to ask is kind of pursuing him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and notice, you see, this is what happens. Women don't know how to take reject. Well, I'm not gonna say women, but I feel like for the most part, we really don't, because we are the ones that do the rejecting. Like, we're the ones that get the guys to come to us. But when it's the
Mm-hmm.
opposite, now you're gonna be crying a river and stuff like that. So I just feel like it's best to, like, the moment she felt like she had to ask was the moment that it was kind of over. You know, because you're feeling
Yeah.
those vibes, like you said, she felt that way for a reason. She had to ask, because you know, when a
Yeah.
guy like you don't have to ask. Like, he'd be on your
Right.
heels. You be like, oh my gosh, like, leave me alone, kind of thing. It's
Period.
no question. So that's why
Yeah.
I'm just like, I feel bad for her. And remember, she's like, what is she? She's like a love coach, intimacy coach. So I know
Mm-hmm.
that she knows this, but like, I don't. Sometimes, like, you just don't know how
Yeah.
to take your L and move on. You
Yeah.
know. I think
Yeah.
men probably got it down pat because they're used to being rejected. You know what I mean? But like,
Mm-hmm.
for us
Mm-hmm.
women, that's
Mm-hmm.
we do feel like, what's wrong with you? Ain't gonna like me, so I can
Yeah.
understand why she
Yeah.
was going hard. And like, I did feel like she was playing a victim. I know we supposed to be siding with women,
No.
and this is the women's time. Believe all women. Like, I understand we're in that climate
Yeah.
or whatever. But I just felt like she was kind of using it as an
Yeah.
excuse, kind of.
Yeah.
But then again, I wasn't there. I wasn't in her shoes, so I don't know. But just as an outsider looking in, that's just how I felt, you know? Because Phil
Mm-hmm.
don't give me that kind of like energy that he was really trying to hurt her. And especially after he talked about it, once they had their private sit down. I understood more and more, like, on his side. Well, I don't want to say his side, but I understand more and more of his reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh yeah.
but that's all I
That's
wanted to say.
that's true.
Mhm.
Now I would say this though. I feel like Phil energy that I get, I feel like Phil does have a side to him, especially like I said
Mhm.
in the previous review. When he kind of gaslit her and kind of just kissed her when she was saying that, I said to myself, okay, the vibe I get from Phil, very sneaky. He has a side to him that I just
Mhm.
cannot get with. And I agree with that.
Mhm.
But my thing is, he was not trying to physically hurt her. And she said that. So when you said he was trying to hurt you emotionally, for me, it came back to because he didn't choose you. I
Mhm.
wish Tommy would have asked her why you said emotionally when your
Mhm.
biggest thing was he grabbed you physically. But that's just me.
Exactly. That's what I thought this whole sit down was about. I'm like,
Yeah.
so wait, sis, we up here because your feelings got hurt. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
we don't know. Okay, I have a question. How do you think, what would have been the best way for Phil to kind of let her? I guess it is as easy as just saying it. Hey, I like somebody else. But
Yeah.
what should he have done? I guess.
I think Phil should have told her that he is undecided. You know, he likes her a lot, and he just have not chosen just yet, and he needs more time. I feel like that's what he should have said. But I feel like with Phil, even though I feel like he got a side to him that I kind of don't like, and I feel like if you push his buttons, I don't think he's a beater or nothing, but I feel like he can be nice, nasty, and
Mhm.
anybody can be nice, nasty. But I feel like Phil was kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if he told you, okay, be out here on the streets and be mad, I'm about to go. I feel like then, oh, you don't care about me. But I feel like ultimately he probably should have just told her, okay, I'm gonna give you your space. And if she wanted to walk home, catch the bus, she a grown woman. She survived 32, 33 years. She'll survive. Um, but ultimately, the whole bigger picture to me that I got from her is that she kind of didn't like rejection and she just felt some type of way to
Yep.
me.
Yeah. I will have to second that. Now, I agree. All right, we'll talk more about that after, that was
Mm-hmm.
another scene, but
Mm-hmm.
coming up. But let's talk about Sydney and Frank.
Lord, girl.
What did you think about Frank meeting Sydney's sister? And not her
Now for
parents.
right, that's I was just like, why is he not meeting the parents? And they look so different. But I thought it was a cousin. That was her sister.
Oh yeah, that's what she said. I thought she said my sister.
She probably did. I ain't paying no attention, honey. But for me, I got the friend vibe more than ever. When Frank
Mhm,
walked in, I put homeboy homegirl vibe, and that's just what I
mhm,
got. I think that spoke out more than anything to me with that one. Um, mm, and I feel
mhm,
like Frank is right. They kind of too much alike. You know, I feel like they
mhm.
kind of like on that club vibe. To me, she's a club girl. That's just what it is to me. She's a club girl, and he owns a club or something or a bar, and they just met like that. And I feel like they are kind of like alike. I feel like he's more like, like Sydney than he is with Moomin. And I like how he tells Moomin that you look more like my future. And I do believe that. Because ultimately when a man settles down, they don't want to settle down with a club girl. They want a
Mhm.
woman that has values, go to church, spiritual beliefs, somebody that you can raise your kids. And Sydney doesn't seem like she's ready to raise nobody's kids, and she's not ready to be a mother. So I think they'll just see each other on the weekend, honey. Because Frank ain't ready for Moomin, to be honest. But
I didn't like that she's Moomin said that he seen her as his future. And I guess
mhm.
I didn't like that because it felt like you're who I'm set or you'll be my safe choice. Because then remember when he went to go see Sydney, he was
Mhm.
like, I guess aesthetically,
Yeah.
Sydney will be who I would choose.
Yeah.
And I felt like, initially, I don't know. Because I want him to
Mhm.
want Moomin to be
Yeah.
like his first, if that's who he see his future with. I
Right.
don't know, but I understand men know that it's not all about looks too. But I
Yeah.
don't know why that just rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh
I
yeah, I
don't.
understand that because I was kind of like, why would he say that out loud? Like, I think it was kind of obvious that the only thing that was kind of attracting him to Sydney kind of was her looks. But I
Mhm.
just couldn't believe he said that, which makes me think, did he choose Moomin? Because why would you say that?
Right, like that's your safe future. That's the one that your parents are going to be happy with. But is that really where your heart is? Because I want you to skip a beat when I walk through the door, kind of thing. Like, oh my gosh, she's the funnest
Right.
thing that's in. Not, I'm fine as long as Sydney's not in the room with me.
Right.
Oh, Frank, that's not.
Right.
I didn't like that.
I felt some
um,
type of way when he said that too. I was like, wow, okay.
right.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
And but I appreciated his honesty. But I just like, yeah,
Yeah. And I
okay.
and I want to touch on that when
Mhm.
we move on. I want to exactly what we was just talking about.
Okay, you got in your note. You ain't gonna forget, right?
Oh no, I got it wrote
Okay,
down.
all right. Okay. So overall, like you said, I agree. Friend vibes with Sydney and Frank. it showed me a lot that, you know, she didn't even feel like he should meet her parents, but her
Yeah.
sister or cousin, or you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they
Hmm.
don't even match. So
Yeah.
that kind of let me know she was like done with him, kind of, or her mind was already made up and leaning more towards
And
Phil.
that's a good observation. I never noticed that. I think that you might be right. Cause that kind of did speak volumes that she did that like that.
To me, it did. I'm like,
Oh,
oh, she also,
wow.
you know, because when you really see her, it's the parents.
Yeah.
But when you don't
Yeah.
really care about them, like, oh, my home, you can be my
Yeah.
friends.
Wow. Okay.
hmm
That's a good
That's what
one.
I just picked up.
And I think you're right though, because it's clear she kind of like Phil more, She thinks highly of Phil.
Yeah. Did you see when after her date, her blazer was off? I'm like, oh, okay. Her blazer come off, you know? Okay. But yeah. All right. So next I have Sabrina and Walter's date. What did you think about Sabrina, Walter, and her cousin?
It would have been nice if she had family that was actually there. I think that kind of took away from the scene. But
Mm-hmm.
what I wrote down that stuck out to me that we was just talking about with Moomin was that Sabrina is not his preference. And for me, it's like I would want to be a man's preference. I don't want you to be with me, yeah, you're a size 10, but normally, I prefer a size 2.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, like when I'm dating somebody, I want you to look at me and you be like, oh, like you know what I'm saying? So for me, I feel like he's kind of pretty much what I got was he's kind of like making an exception for Sabrina. Because why is you talking about if your wife wasn't dead, she would be old like her too? And I'm just like, that was kind of not a good example. Why did you say that out loud?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the cousin was being nice. I feel like she should have asked more questions. I feel like it was awkward. I feel like I thought they would be good together, but he kind of hit me the wrong way after the trip, and she had to tell him I haven't heard from you, and he called this giving
Mm-hmm.
her space.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since then, I was like, okay, this may not be it. Um, but I thought I had high hopes for them aesthetically. They still look good to me together.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Walter is just like no player vibes kind of to me.
You
I
know
guess
what?
you want somebody young,
Yeah, that's good. I mean, he needs to be with somebody Sabrina's age. You can't be running the streets out always, okay?
right?
Because guess what, Walter? It's a different type of batch of young girls out here that
Period.
listen to City Girls and Cardi B, and they
And maybe
will run up on your pot, and you will. So look now, this is not back in the 90s where you could. This is a different kind of young girl that's coming up, okay?
oh yes,
So stay in your old lane. No, I'm playing. I like Walter, but stay in your lane. Go ahead and settle down and get with someone that is your age. Because I like what he said. Like, oh, she gets my pop culture jokes right. Like that's
mm-hmm.
gonna matter. You're gonna want
Mm-hmm.
somebody that you can laugh at, know them same kind of old movies as you, and the music that was out when you was alive too. You're
Right.
gonna want that. So stay in your lane, Walter. And
Exactly.
you said something else I wanted to touch on. But it's okay. I forgot. But I will say that, like, to me,
Mhm.
Sabrina is beautiful. So I feel like she do
Right.
look like a young girl. You know what I mean? She
Yes.
she would blend in with any 30-year-old or 20. How
Yes.
old is he? How young is he trying to date? I wonder about that.
Walter doing too much. And he ain't got no kids. He been playing this whole time.
Exactly. Oh, I wonder if that's maybe why he could still date someone that's like complimentary to his age and still have kids. Maybe
Yeah.
like a 35-year old. Because he's like 47, right?
Walter should have been had kids. Walter should have been had kids.
Like kind of counting. Because even 10 years younger than him will be 37.
Yeah.
And I feel like, sky's the limit. Things can always happen. But ooh, my life. I don't know. I don't know what Walter trying to do.
Right.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe we had to read between the lines with him. Maybe he really don't want kids. Maybe he do just want to have fun. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what I think. I really get player vibes from Walter. I think he just want to run women because pretty much that's all you've been doing. I look at a man that age and I'm thinking, you been running women, and he likes running women. Because for me, she's not. I don't like it. I don't like that. It's like he making an exception for her,
That's
and
why.
even on the next episode, she says about the red flag. So I'm happy that Sabrina can see it, because she seems like she pays very much to attention, and I feel like she did come for love.
Mm-hmm. That's what I want to say. I'm glad that Sabrina isn't all the way sold with him either. Like,
Yeah,
I'm glad that she's just not like, I just want this to work because I need to, meet somebody here on this show kind of thing. I'm glad
yeah,
that she still got, that's what I like. I learned you had to be skeptical of these men.
that's
Let me not say these men. You have to be skeptical sometimes, like find reasons not to date him. Look for
yep,
the red flags because for so much of us, like we just love that fairy tale thing and we just looking
yeah.
for reasons to like accept him. Like he's this. Okay, but
True.
do he pray Synquetta? Okay, but
Right.
do he love God Synquetta? Okay, what's his relationship with his mom Synquetta? Oh, he don't like his mom, but no, but he does this. No,
Right.
like come on now. So we have to look for reasons to kind of disqualify people because that's what men do. Oh yeah, Brittany, because I forgot to tell you. Well, did we talk about this last week? Do you feel like Walter had betrayed Sabrina's trust by telling the group that she was a stripper?
I don't know. For me, I just for me personally, when you're on TV and people get mad that you told certain stuff, I don't. To me, I think that's dumb because they're gonna see it anyway. Like it's just like public record. So I don't think he was wrong because she said it on TV.
True,
So
but like she said it to him because she's dating him, but I feel like at the same time, like
on
maybe
camera.
well, maybe like he said it to like the guys as though like they're dating, like that could have put like a wrong thing in their head, but that's just something like she exclusively shared with him. You know what I'm trying to say? Like
Yeah,
minus the TV camera part. Like let's act like they
I
weren't
get
on
what you're
TV.
saying. Now it kind of remind me of on Ready to Love. I forgot what season it was, but a girl had told a guy something in confident. I think it was last season, and he went back and told somebody. I
Mm.
forgot exactly what couple it was, but I understand that. I would understand that part, but you know how guys is. Walter probably old stuff. Probably had to get him some brownie point. She used to be a stripper dog. So
I just thought that was like a little whack. At first, I didn't think that of it, but then when someone brought it, I'm like, yeah, he did kind of betray her trust. She just told him, and she
mhm,
wanted the group to know. She would have let them know, and like, of
mhm,
course, yeah, we're going to see it on TV, but now he may have skewed some of the other guys' like idea of her in
mhm.
their mind. What if one of them wanted to pursue her? That's why I just didn't like it, like. Mm,
Yeah.
but yeah, so I just wanted to throw that in. All right, so next we have like the official sit down with we the girls talk or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, was there anything from that scene you wanted to talk about?
No, I don't really have no notes from that.
Me neither. But I will say again, like Sydney is continuously making me like her more
Yeah,
and more because she was very like like she
classy.
showed support to
Yeah.
Shiloh, even though that was her man, the man
Oh
that she
yeah.
was feeling. And I like that. And I like she was like, do you mind if I talk to him about
Hmm.
this? I just
Hmm.
that's my
Yeah.
girl.
That
Mm-hmm.
was girl. That was girl power. I like that. Even though she could have been childish and be like, oh yeah, he mine. Yeah, I like that too. I like how she was really nice and she touched it very softly. I do.
Right. Yeah. So that's my girl. Okay. So the sit down between Shiloh and Phil officially.
Yeah.
So
Now, you know another thing with Tommy when he was like, "Don't decide too quickly." When he first talked to him, I'm like, "What you mean?" Like Tommy, Uncle Tommy, it's not too quickly, baby. We're here, okay?
mhm,
So I feel like she just pretty much self eliminated because she had no other choice. I feel
mhm,
like Phil was not pretty much choosing her, no way. So I feel like she just had to go. But like I said before, I wish Tommy would have asked her, "What do you mean by emotionally?" When we're talking, when the big thing for you and the triggers was physically. But I feel like she do need to heal. She probably do need counseling because it seems like she probably have flashbacks. And whenever you're dealing with a woman that's being in an abusive relationship, This woman might kill this man. Like this woman might literally feel like you're her ex. So I feel like she going up there, and this coming from a woman that used to be in an abusive relationship too. So she needs to not be dating. She needs to get her some help. Um, but I feel like it's for the best. You know, I feel like Phil does go better with Sydney. I just do.
And this is interesting to me now that we talk about it because, mind you, she never mentioned it before.
Yeah.
And notice in a way, because I'm not gonna say because only like I can't look into her heart, but let's
Mhm.
hypothetically say she's not healed. It seems like she wind up attracting that. Because
Mhm.
why did that have to be what broke them up? Why the
Yeah.
fact that he picked her up had to be a trigger for her and she had that kind of background? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, so it's almost like you do kind of attract what you are, even subconsciously. Because
Yeah.
why did it have to be that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, because that wasn't my experience, or I can't really relate to that. If he would have tried to pick me up and try to, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, he's like trying to take me to safety. You know what I mean? Because that
Mhm.
wouldn't be a trigger for me. But I just find that interesting that she wind up almost just
Yeah.
attracting what, mm, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna act, and then I can't say like, oh, she's not acting like it's a real big deal to me. I can't really judge her and her feelings and how she's reacting because like only you know what I mean. Only she really knows. But I did feel like she was just using that as an excuse to.
Yeah, she was. This is all to it. She just don't like rejection, and I don't know. I don't know. I just because she like she said, I came in the car and after the trip, and I realized he ain't give me no answer. Okay, like why you ain't get that clear in the car? And if you did bring it up, which I'm sure she did, because she seemed like she likes to poke. I'm sure you brought it up in the car, girl, and he still didn't give you the answer. So why did you bring that to the club? Which I'm sure it probably was a different day.
Right, just kind of. I'm not gonna say just kind, but is she? I don't know. But oh, I wanted to say I felt like because she gave Phil the cold shoulder when he walked in. He was like, "How you doing?" Good, like very cold. And I feel like she was acting that way because she had already heard how he treated to me, how he treated Sydney or whatever. So I felt
Okay.
like she might have been a little salty off of that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I wrote. That's what I wrote. I said once she heard how Phil rolled out the red carpet for Sydney, I think like she just was like, all
Hmm.
right, I'm done with him. I'm
Yeah.
mad at him. Because like you said, emotional, like he even asked her straight up, like, did you
Yeah.
really think I was trying to harm you? Because isn't this what this is all about? Because you know, you were harmed.
Exactly.
Harm me emotionally? Really? You really had us thinking like Phil's like this kind of person over
Exactly.
emotions because he hurt your feelings.
Right.
That's not right. That's not right.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't nice.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all.
So, yeah, that's all I got for that scene. Anything else? Oh, well, then
Yeah.
we know that Sydney winds up talking, not Sydney, Shiloh winds up talking
Hmm.
to Uncle Cousin Tommy. Cousin
Hmm.
Tommy, that's the name. Cousin Tommy and self eliminates. So, you know. And I think she did say
She
she was
had no
disappointed.
choice. She had to go anyway. Phil was for me. I don't know why, but for me, and it could be with anybody. No, not really. I would say it's more so men. If you do something to turn a man off, sometimes it could be one thing. He would not see you the same, and it's all bets are off because I feel like because men have so many options.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how dare you show me an imperfection that I can't get that I don't like? So I'm gonna go on to the next. But as women, sometimes with red flags, we'll say, okay, it wasn't that white, that red, it was kind of pinkish. So, and then we'll just keep doing it. But I feel like Phil was just turned all the way off, and I kind of feel like there was no coming back for him anyway.
Right. He did say that. He was like, you know, I was liking her, but now it's just I don't
Mhm.
know. Right. I agree with that. But I want women to have that kind of energy that guys have. Like
Yeah.
too
Oh
many
yes.
fish in the sea. Like,
Oh
you
yes,
know,
baby. 2022. Let's have it.
right.
Let's have it, baby.
We got options too, okay?
Period.
And good ones. I don't want no one settling. Alrighty. Let me try to make this bigger. Okay. Oh, oh, okay. All right. Why? Okay, whatever. Let me see. Okay. Shiloh shouldn't be coaching anyone for anything. I honestly wish her some peace and hopefully the show helps her to get some resources. I actually believe she owes Phil an apology, but she is not ready to have that conversation.
Oh wow, I like that one.
Well, we went in. At this point, I'm self-eliminating from Ready to Love. I'm just playing. I'm still watch it. Okay. This season was weird. I don't see any real connections. I'm curious to see the reunion to see which couples are together, if any. This was a weird season. Shiloh is beautiful, but she doesn't look 33.
No,
You
she
know,
does.
people have been saying that a lot. Wait, Shiloh is only 33? Oh,
These
dang.
people are crazy.
Gosh.
We discussed that in weeks ago, but
Right. They old. But people been saying, and I've been saying it, keeping up consistently. Shiloh, please move on. You can't force love. It's supposed to be natural. If you had to bring him to a judge, Tommy, you got your answer, girl.
that's right.
Oh. Emotional trying to harm her. What am I missing? What is the real issue? And then you say
Right.
that, you was like, I would have asked, like, what
Yeah.
what does that mean? This is the third person to self eliminate. Throw the whole season away. Hmm. Ready to love. Shiloh needs to go home. She put all her feelings into Phil and is upset that he doesn't feel the same about her.
Period.
That's it. I'm not saying Shiloh is blowing this up, but that's how I feel.
Hmm.
Sabrina, your shortcut is beautiful, refreshing, unique, and shows off your gorgeous features. That wig is a no, sis.
I wasn't gonna say it, honey, but I
Oh,
was.
I like the. I don't. Is it the color? I like the wig. I thought it looked fine.
Mm.
It looks fine. Oh, I wonder how it would look. It probably look cute if it was straight. I think that would look real like ooh.
I feel
Um,
like if the front wasn't done right, it looked like a wig and it looked very thin. I feel like if I'm gonna wear fake hair, you better believe it's gonna be thick. Like
mhm,
it's gonna look
mhm.
like a healthy head of hair. I feel like
Right.
it was too thin and that front was not done right. But I feel like if she did it right, spent some money, should have been cute.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, no Party City wigs. I got you.
Oh yeah.
There's definitely more to Shiloh and Phil's story. That late night. Okay, y'all. Intimacy coach, huh?
Ooh.
So she's an intimacy coach. I can't wait for this reunion tea because I know folks were having sex because all this melee ain't no way. Hmm.
Okay.
There is definitely a missing piece of the puzzle in this Phil and Shiloh situation. A lot of people are saying that. Do you think it? Do you feel like stuff is missing, or we kind of got the gist of it?
Honestly, I never thought about it. I mean, it's a possibility. I never thought about it, but it's a big possibility that it could have.
Missing some more stuff. Right. Where was the cameras at when we needed them?
Now you know what? The only thing that made me think that maybe not, because when he kissed her, she seemed like she got a little bit excited. She was like, "Oh, okay, he kissed me." So
When did he kiss her?
he kissed her on
Oh,
the
last
lips.
episode.
Yeah, when he was expressing his feelings, and then he kissed her in the mouth, and she was kind of like, I think that took her so off guard. She kind of missed that he did not answer her.
Yeah. It was
But I
like
don't
a.
know. For me, even dating, like I've been out with guys that I've never slept with, and we would be out late because sometimes the conversation just be popping, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. I feel like he kissed her and some like, let me just shut you up, kiss
he
you kind of
definitely kissed her because of that, but she got so excited she just went blank. So that's why I think they're probably not sleeping together because that kiss kind of excited her too much. It didn't seem second nature.
thing. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this was a crazy season when I think about it. All right, let me
Yes,
read this one. Like with Zadia and all of them, like it was just
yes.
crazy.
It's like a puzzle.
Shiloh's, huh?
It's like a puzzle. You got to figure out who feel this way. Or
Right, it shouldn't be this. Like,
you
can
real?
you
Like
believe tomorrow,
it
next
was
week is
crazy.
like the season finale? Like, we just been on an emotional
Yeah.
roller coaster this whole
Yeah.
season. My gosh,
Yeah.
Shiloh was completely in her feelings because Phil didn't reciprocate how she felt about him. This is true. Um, let me see. No, I don't want to look at latest. I want to look at top. For some reason, the tops are not topping. I noticed that on Twitter this week, like it wasn't as like vibrant as it usually is. They shouldn't have took that week off. Now people like, I don't know, I'm checked
Yeah.
out.
Holidays and stuff.
Moomin family came and represented the African culture. They did. They
Yeah.
did. Sydney, meet my sister Sarah. I told you that was our sister. Yeah. The rest of us.
Oh Lord.
Shiloh was an intimacy coach. Yeah, she is.
Oh
But
wow.
Frank wasn't your ex. Not an African woman. I'm confused. I think I like this one. Yeah. Sydney mama overstepping boundaries, asking about finance. And that old dog was like, but you like that question on finance.
Oh, I loved it. Cause first, baby, I'm sure gonna be asking my babies. Cause guess what? I don't want her coming back here. Can you handle it, baby?
You know what? That is true. Remember, like, even in cultures, like other cultures and stuff, you had to give the woman and family like a dowry, which was like
Yeah.
money, goats, or whatever, to even
Oh
have the
yeah.
daughter in in marriage. I don't
Yeah.
know what happened to that, but
Right.
okay. Shiloh is self-eliminated, and it's the best thing for her. She was genuine, and there wasn't a match for her on the show. Hope she take care of herself. I guess.
Right.
Shiloh, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and log off. I agree. We got more self-eliminations and technical eliminations this season than connections. That is the thing. Like this
Yeah.
this season was, I don't know. I knew it was off. I'm
Hmm.
gonna find out. I'm gonna have to do some investigations. I really believe that the casting director was not the same casting director. It was something
Hmm.
about I don't know, the executive producers or something was off this season, and I
Yeah.
need to know answers. I want to know what it was.
You know what? I believe when we get to the reunion, I believe that they're probably gonna have some people that may come out and say we're dating now. I really do see like at least 2, 3 couples doing that. I kind of do.
Okay, so maybe not the couples we see at the finale, but
Yeah.
maybe other ones might
Yeah.
have.
I kind of can see that.
Oh yeah, we're gonna need to see where Camille and Cornelius left off. I do feel like it's lighter without them. It's
They
nothing like
definitely.
that.
Lurk their Instagrams from time to time. I don't follow them, but they're definitely still together. They did a photo shoot and everything with no top on.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I did see that.
They're together.
Yes, Prod 511 Walker. So Phil was in the club till 4. It only took one shot. Oh, so you're trying to say that Phil was probably a little bit more drunk than what he was saying he was. Yeah,
I mean,
possibly.
they the club was open kind of late.
Right. I didn't even know stuff like that in DC. Where were they? That was a good Where were they?
Yeah,
I might have to find out. What's open that late in DC?
them legs, baby.
Yeah, I don't. This reunion should be juicy. All right, girl. Well, any final thoughts?
No, do not forget to like this video. Happy New Year, everybody. If you're watching this live, if you're watching it pre-recorded, please have a good new year. I pray everyone prosper this new year. And we're better in every way, financial, emotionally, mentally. I wish blessings for everybody, especially you, Synquette.
Oh, likewise. You too, sis. So more and better things to come in 2022. All
Yes.
right, guys. We will see you again and we will talk to you soon. Bye.